Hey guys, welcome back, and this is Tia Talks, and I'm with a special guest.
What's going on, guys? It's Frankie Ruggs, aka Ruggs on the Track.
Yeah, so tell everyone, what do you do?
What do? I'm a producer / audio engineer. I'm from Queens, New York.
Queens, okay. Yes. Me too. Just kidding, I'm from Brooklyn. But no, honestly, I want to know, how did you get into producing and engineering?
So, everybody always asks me this question, and my DMs are flooded with this question. Mm-hmm. How do I get into this? How do I get into that? So, my journey is different, just like everybody else's journey. Mm-hmm. So, it started off with audio school. I went to SAE Institute in Manhattan.
Okay.
I graduated. I joined the school as soon as I was done with high school, and I graduated like a year after. I got my audio technology diploma in audio technology and music production, and then from there, I bounced around with several internships until I got my first internship with Fight Club Studios. Straight from there, I moved into this spot that we're at here, Mixerhead Studios, and I've just been working here ever since. So yeah.
So, when you first started, what was like your vision with the music?
My vision with the music was to do more stuff behind the scenes, and to just I'm pretty much just like create and innovate new sounds and stuff like that. You know, bring my influences into this stuff. My influence include like rock music, early day hip hop, and stuff like that. I also take influence from pop music, R&B. Like it's like a variety. So yeah, that's pretty much that. You know what I'm saying? I've always like looked up to like producers growing up. Like, you know, everybody was always into like rappers and stuff like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody would be like, oh, I love Travis Scott. Well, I'm into Mike Dean. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Or like if you look into Linkin Park, one of their main members of the band is Mike Shinoda, who's also their producer. You know what I'm saying? I've also looked into like Rick Rubin growing up, Pharrell, Timbaland. Like those are all my influences to this day. Dr. Dre a little bit. I'm not the biggest Dr. Dre fan. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I'd be lying to you if I told you that I was a Dr. Dre fan. I'm not a Dr. Dre fan, but I do respect his work, especially with like Eminem and stuff like that. You know, I grew up on Eminem. So yeah.
Okay, so you also right now, like, you went viral on TikTok.
Yes.
So when did you join TikTok?
So as soon as the pandemic hit is when I was just like, you know, everybody's on TikTok or whatnot. All my friends, my girlfriend's on TikTok. Everybody's on fucking TikTok sending me shit. And I'm just like, I need an account for this shit. Yeah. So I just, you know, just get on my phone, create an account. Right. I figured that, you know, eventually I'm going to use it to my benefit because I already have Instagram, Facebook, social media, like everybody's supposed to have, you know what I'm saying, when they run a business or a brand for themselves. So I've had TikTok for a whole year before I decided to just go ahead and make videos. I've always had like ideas in my head of what I wanted to do. I've always wanted to do like behind the scenes videos on TikTok, but I also wanted to do like a little bit of comedy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you have a lot of like comic relief, like basically based on like your experiences with working with other artists, correct?
Yes, correct. Okay. So some of it is exaggerated, it is like over exaggerated. Some of it is not even just my experiences, but other engineers' experiences that I've heard over the years and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And yes, some of them I have dealt with myself. So, and also like I've had a YouTube series back in high school and stuff like that. It was like a sitcom series. Like I was more into film before I started with music production, but I don't know, I guess my love for music was gravitated more into that, into more, you know, audio technology and stuff like that, music production. You know, I mean, I still dabble in film and stuff like that. Like, this is me dabbling in film and stuff like that.
Dabble.
Yeah, it's a dabble, but, you know, sometimes that little dabble can bring things up, you know what I'm saying?
So the first viral video, what was that?
So, I'm going to have to look at my phone because there's a lot of them.
You don't remember the first one that just hit?
Okay, well, there's a bunch of them, but the very first viral video, to be particular, would have to be Dealing with Annoying Rappers in the Studio Part 2. I had a Part 1, it did okay.
Yeah. 120 in the dash, I'm in traffic. Car 6 shift, this is not enough.
Hey, bro, wait, hold on. You don't touch my board. I touch my board.
But this is my session.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm the one in control. Don't touch that again.
But this is...
Hey! Don't touch it again. Deal?
As long as it's fire, bro.
I got you.
All right.
It didn't do much. It did like 10K the first week or whatnot. Okay. It was doing really good. Slowly coming up. And then I decided to hit it with part 2. and it hit like 200K within the first week. And so that's when I decided to just keep going with the series and stuff like that. And then from that series, it spawned off with dealing with disrespectful rappers in the studio.
Oh.
And recently, the most views I got on the video was 662,000.
Wow.
That was the, when the rapper doesn't respect the engineer series and stuff like that.
Right.
So I'm having not just one series of dealing with annoying rappers, but another series, because there is times where you're in the studio and you're dealing with disrespect. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing, yes, studio time, the clients come in, they pay for time,
Right.
they're here to come and get a product out of this, a record out of this, you know what I'm saying? But there's also a lot of shenanigans that take place within that time sometimes. And, I also want to bring that into light.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And you do a very good job. I feel like you should definitely keep doing the videos because they're hilarious.
Thank you.
So what sets you apart from all of the other producers and engineers right now?
I think it's my personality. I feel like a lot of producers and engineers, especially engineers, don't have personality like I have. You know what I'm saying? I've always had a very comedic personality. I grew up on a lot of comedy movies and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, music was film. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I was always into that.
So what's your favorite comedy movie?
I like a lot of Adam Sandler movies. I'm into a lot of Adam. It's like if you watch my videos, there's a lot of influence from that. You know what I'm saying? Billy Madison. Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Big Daddy, movies like that from back in the day.
Right.
And I even like some of his modern day stuff too as well. Like this one movie, I forgot, it was the wedding movie that came out with Chris Rock. I forgot the name of it.
Yeah,
it
I
was on
did
Netflix.
see that one. Yeah.
That shit was fucking hilarious. And I like this the series movies he gets into too, like Uncut Gems. Like that shit goes crazy.
You liked Uncut Gems?
I liked it, yeah.
It was okay. I was really expecting to just be off my seat the whole time, and then it didn't happen.
But I'm talking about movies produced by Adam Sandler. That wasn't produced by that was just starring Adam Sandler. Movies produced and directed and from his, film company. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's where it's at. Happy Madison, that's where it's at. You know what I'm saying? I grew up on a lot of those movies, and still to this day, I go back on Netflix and rewatch those movies and stuff like that.
So going back to your talent, is there any terminology that artists should know before coming into the studio with you?
100%. But I feel like artists also learn it,
when they're in the studio.
Yeah, exactly. There's artists that come here already and have experience through the roof, and I'm able to communicate with them and stuff like that. They understand production. Some of them actually do production themselves at home. You know what I'm saying? Because nowadays, you can also be an artist, a producer, an engineer, songwriter, A&R,
from home.
All in one, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's a lot of artists that know terminology, but there's artists that are brand new that are just starting out with this music stuff that, they eventually learn along the way, especially if they have open ears and stuff like that, and open minds.
Okay.
But there's also a lot of stubborn motherfuckers out here too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where this series pops up. But that's not even most of the part. That's rare occurrences that take place. But I like to just run with it because why not? If something works, you just gotta just keep it going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So definitely just coming in the studio, meeting you, working with you,
Yes.
the connection. Tell me about the connection between you and most of your artists. How does that flow?
It's really cool, man. Especially if I work with them on a production tip on it too, it's even better if I understand their sound. And sometimes I don't work on them on the production tip, and it's just strictly just engineering. But I think chemistry between an artist and a producer or engineer is very important.
Okay.
Now, you're not going to click with every artist that you work with. You know what I'm saying? And there's times where I have people, because, this is also a fully operative studio that's open to the public. So we have people that come in, they book time, they pay for time and stuff like that. It's one and done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then sometimes that moves into something more than that, building a connection with them, building, you know what I'm saying? Building chemistry with them and stuff like that, where if they can come to the studio, I don't have to say a word. They don't got to say a word. They go up in the booth. They do their recordings and stuff like that, and then, the mix just speaks for itself, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so tell me about the studio. So you run the studio?
Yeah, so me and my partner Dave run the studio. The studio's been around for a number of years, but I've been here for 4 years. We've had Kid the Wiz come here. We've had Jay Guapo in here. J.I., the Prince of New York, has also stopped by before. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? So like we've had like a large variety of like clientele, but we've also had like clientele that had like their own independent success too. Like my client, his name is JSEC. He's an artist that I produce and I help write for as well. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Right now he has a song that's been out since like 2019 that featured Pal Fu. Pal Fu ended up going to do bigger things like and stuff like that. It's a song I co-produce and stuff like that. So like so far like we're doing a lot of stuff here. You know. I also have another artist named Max Fresh that's like I'm very like consistent with on like the production side of things as well. You know what I'm saying? And the mixing side of things too. Like I'm just very like hands on with it. So like I said, every artist is different, you know? It all depends on what they need and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
So as like you're running this business and then you're also working like behind the scenes, how are you able to just like manage it all?
So with that being said, I do keep a tight schedule in here. You know, everybody expects this. If I pretty much run this place by myself, but I do have 2 other engineers that I have work when I'm not around. You know what I'm saying? So that also eases off my load because I can't always be here all the time. Sometimes people associate this place with me. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously I'm, the face of this place and stuff like that.
Right.
But at the same time, you're not coming here to just, deal with me. You're also going to be dealing with like-minded people. You're here for the studio. You know what I'm saying? So the studio and my brand coincide, but they're also 2 different things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So with that being said, I do keep a tight schedule. You know what I'm saying? I try not to do sessions past like midnight or like 2 a.m. You know what I'm saying? So I keep a very consistent schedule. And then, any of the downtime that I get, I mean, I like to travel. I like to hang out with friends, family, my girl, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But like when I'm having like strictly alone time, I'm bettering myself, like going to networking events, making beats, like you know what I'm saying, working on music and stuff like that. So it's constantly working. And then when I'm not in the studio, when I'm in the car on the way here, I'm connecting with a new artist or a new producer, over the phone and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't know. You gotta just put like they say, you don't put your eggs into one basket, but at the same time, you gotta also have some of them. You know what I'm saying? I think different eggs in different baskets, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So how can people reach out to you if they want to work directly with you?
If they want to work directly with me, they can hit me up on Instagram at Frankie Ruggs. The studio number is available online. You could type up Mixerhead Studios on Google. It's the only studio that pops up under that name. You can call the studio, and I answer the phone. Dave answers the phone. Okay. You could just request to work with me. It's a very simple process.
Very simple process.
Very simple process. I don't make it too hard. Soon there's going to be an app that me and my friend are developing.
Launching an app? Okay.
Yeah, we're launching an app right now. It's still in development. Soon you're going to just be able to click on the app and then just book my time for whatever available time I'm available to. So we're doing different things. I make it very simple. I have whoever calls me, hits me up. They want to book studio time, a quick deposit, small deposit, just to hold down the slot, and then that holds down the desired slot to come here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I also have people just hitting me up last minute all the time. I think people just be like, yo, you have any available time for today? I'm like, man, I'm booked up for tonight, but I got tomorrow. And they're like, okay. And then they hang up, and I don't hear from them again. But I guess that's what comes with the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Okay. Well, I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Yes. And if you have any advice for the viewers as far as being a business owner, what advice could you give?
Being a business owner is not the easiest thing in the world, but it does afford you freedoms that you don't get working for somebody else. For example, I get to create my own schedule. I get to work when I want to work. But with that being said, you can also, you don't have a guaranteed paycheck. With that being said, so if you're willing to work as much as possible, be smart with your money, save your money, invest your money, and keep that going, and also have people working for you as well. That's what makes the life of a boss very simple. It comes with a lot of pros and cons, but trust me, if that's the life that you want, just do it the right way.
That's all I have to say. That's what's up. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in, and check this video out. We love you. We love you. We love you. Later.